New tonight, Clyde Iron Works was transformed into a boxing arena by the first ever youth participants of the St. Louis County Sheriff's Office Police Athletic League Boxing Club. The event featured local, state, and regional athletes, and organizers say it builds opportunities and confidence and strengthens the Minnesota boxing community. Both male and female boxers stepped into the ring with 18 matches featuring 15 different clubs. Young fighters took the opportunity to express themselves doing what they love, and one participant says his favorite part is hearing the crowd roar while he's in the ring.
When I'm jabbing in the ring, or I was doing whatever, the crowd the people be helping me too. Body or face, jab, whatever, and I just listen, and hopefully it works.
Doors open for that event at 3, matches kicking off at 4. Tickets were $20 at the door, and kids entered free with an adult.